instead stand in her path.
Asa tore through them like a whirlwind. The trail of the dead reveals her direction. Calder's too. And most importantly, the Salakars. They're headed west. of Muspelheim with them. And Freya wonders why I've always refused to take her on a tour of that scorched dunghill. Two sets of footprints. One is stretched, like someone fled. The other, closer together, uneven and lined with blood. They were hobbling, perhaps. Asa and Calder fought here. Blood was spilled. Asa and Calder fought here. He gained the advantage. Foolish girl, Asa. Your rage makes you vulnerable. She's hurt, but not enough to stop her. Looks like she followed Calder up that hill. This area is off limits. No sight of Acer or Calder. Only these curious Jotun buffoons who stand in my way. They should run, but they won't.
Huh? What's the problem?
Looks to be the source of all...
Suffer!
Similar. I used to restrain someone. Ace's spear. Abandoned. Did Calder and his minions finally best her? dead stack up. For these Muspels, Ragnarok came early. Here, and drag marks leading to it. Asa chased Calder into this cab, leaking her lifeblood, blinded by rage and utterly reckless. Looks to have cost her too. She came crashing in, mauling whatever half-wits stood between her and Calder. But those half-wits fought back in numbers. Injured and disarmed, she was overpowered and restrained. Calder then tossed into a cart like a sack of turnips. Looks like they fled up that path. What is it Calder plans to do with the little princess now that she's his prisoner? Surely not. These tracks lead west. I must find Calder and the Salakar, for Baldur's sake. Is this blood Ace's? Or is she still proving too much to handle? Paused here for a moment before continuing, most likely to re-secure Ace's bonds. Even in her sorry state, I imagine her to be quite the handful. She even bested me, temporarily. Baldur would not approve of my methods, of the cruelty I must perform on his behalf. He and Asa, they are young, pure of heart, but lacking in logic. One day they will grow up and see life as I see it. In the meantime, they must rely on me to ensure they live long enough to achieve that wisdom. And so, I do not have the luxury of being faultless. They made a turn here, toward the river. I hope I'm not too late. Asa.
Is that you again, Mad One? Come to tempt fate, I see.
I I do not die this day. Can you say the same?
Yes. You've proven once already how you like to strut around, unencumbered by fear. Perhaps the Salakar did not give you an adequate taste of it.
Enough of this blithering. Hand over what is now mine, or shall I just take it?
To know fear, we must be subjected to it. When I am through with you, I will take Asa's willful Hooger. Soon after, the Salakar will be complete. Then, believe me, you will know fear and pain. Just like your son. Suter will be surprised when I present him with his own daughter's empty corpse. But I will make sure he knows the truth.
Why is Suture collecting Hoogers? What does he mean to do with the Salakar? Tell me!
Why do you aim to finish my work?
Ask yourself how much you care to suffer in these final moments.
Do your worst.
You are wasting your breath. He will not tell you. And he won't have to. His secrets are known to me now. You want them? Move aside. Move aside, or I will destroy it.
Traitor!
Traitor? It is you who are slaughtering your own kind.
What I do for Suter!
Such devotion requires a strong Hugr. All these Muspel sacrifices, you needed only look inward. Was he right? About you wanting to complete the Salakar?
Suture will not trade my son for something he cannot use.
So you will see it through? To what end? How many lives would you take?
For Baldur, I would drain all 9 realms. Even Asgard.
The words of a dreadful king. And a selfless father. It is the one thing that separates you from my own. You wish to reunite with your son. I wish to see my father's plans lie in ruin. No matter the price. Can you see both through?
I can. But I will need your help. The Salakar still requires the hooker of a suitable Jotun. Calder never found one. I must get hunting.
Do as you will. In the meantime, I'll join my stepmother, wherever she may be. I will try to learn how the Salakar fits into my father's plans. Under the guise of a contrite stepdaughter, of course. Keep it. I will need a way to find you when it is time to confront my father.
You and this bauble share a bond. I set out to use you to my advantage. It ends with me and your debt.
If it were not for you, I would have never known what my father was capable of. He used our people. Turned them on each other. For his gain. I cannot forgive him. And to that end, I am your ally.
In Asgard, an ally is a friend.
Let us not get carried away.